trying to catch one on a popper?
Yeah.
Here, let me get them fired up.
Oh, they're right here, bud. I got them all at the boat.
Look at the size of that sucker. You talk about footage. Look at this. I gotta get a picture of that before you hook them.
Oh, okay. Oh, you got that right, no?
You got that?
Not at all.
Pardon? This is part of like a larger project.
Big fish. Oh, get it. Oh. That's a good fish.
We're out here today to tag Greater Amberjack. It's part of a much larger study looking at both the Gulf and Atlantic sides of amberjack to get abundance. So part of that study that we're doing today is implanting internally acoustic tags in the abdomens of the fish. These are going to be detected by underwater receivers. We have arrays all throughout the Gulf of Mexico through the iTag network and on the East Coast through the FAC network. So anytime an amberjack swims within about 500 meters of a receiver, this will ping and the receiver will detect that animal. So we can look at how amberjack are moving throughout both the Gulf of Mexico, along the eastern coast, and then connectivity between the two areas as well.
Good, too.
Dude!
Nice
Clear?
fish. Yep. Nice fish.
Now for the fun part.
This regular old, what fly did you use?
Sweet tea ready.
Nice.
Hey, on the fly!
Nice. I don't know how, I don't want to break that. The last thing I want to do is break that hitch off.
You can make the belly
All right.
flatter. Okay. So we want to have a better idea about the population of amberjack, how it's doing as a whole. So the telemetry, the migration portion, how they move is important to know if amberjack are staying in the same spot, if they're more distributed and there's mixing, and then you can pair that with fishing pressure within the areas to know how much sustainable fishing could occur on a population. Will you give Joel your hook size when you get a chance?
Another potato.
Okay.
I'm using that same rod.
Is this hook on the end there? Yep. Okay, Joel, standard 839, fork 912, total 1036. Sorry for your fin loss.
You're swimming in circles.
I know. Not all tagged amberjack, because there's other individual studies throughout the Gulf and the Atlantic right now that tag amberjack have rewards associated with it. But this particular study that's through Sea Grant, if you recapture these particular tagged amberjacks, and these are the dart tags that are with the fish, if you take them off the animal and return them, you receive a $250 reward. But the tags must come off of the animal. So if you were to recapture a fish, you would clip it as close to the body as possible. You do not want to rip it out because they have very aggressive anchors, and that would damage the animal. So if you do recapture a tagged amberjack with a tag that resembles these, there's a big reward for it.
All right.
These type of underwater receivers function both as a tag and a receiver. So the beeping that you hear is the internal tag transmitting, and these function in this way so that when we deploy them in water that's too deep outside of diveable limits for our divers, we're able to retrieve them using the deck box. So the deck box will communicate, the tag tells it, I'm here. The deck box will tell it to wake up, and at that point down here, this lug nut will spin off from the bottom of the receiver, and the receiver will come to the surface with this float. So we'll anchor the system, and then we can have a line to also retrieve the system from the bottom so we're not leaving it. But the receiver itself will disengage from its original point here on this lug nut. These are the ones that we I'm gonna do another stitch roll. It's too wide.
Okay. Circle.
Well, that was one you said don't close it on, so yeah. Okay.
Got it? Yep. I bet it's good.
They're like French fries.
I bet it is. I smell. Wow.